How's it going? Yes, it's weird, right? There's no Rob here. It's me, R.D.V. I'm on camera. What? Yeah, for the first time. In how long? Who knows? I got a special guest with me. It's his first appearance on the Extreme Movie Show today. Zach, say hello.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yeah, first time here, and I've got a rare non-camera appearance tonight. I'm paying homage to Rob and the little avatar.
Those
So
are wondering where Rob is. Rob is actually had a personal emergency came up, so he had to sit this one out today. He's out for a while. We all wish him all the best of speedy recovery. And tonight we're trying something different. This is my first time hosting on this channel. Scary, isn't it? Rob's watching right now. He's like, "Oh my God, don't ruin it! Don't ruin it!"
it's like, what's he doing? Who gave him the keys?
It's like, I don't need no stinking keys. All right, so tonight is a little bit unusual top 10. It's more like a top 5. I have my 5, and Zach has his 5. I'm gonna be going first with my basically. What we're doing is top 5 shows that basically both of us combined are watching on whether it's Netflix, regular TV, streaming. It's just something that we're watching. So we thought we'd
It's current shows, right?
we've
It's
never
not,
been asked what we're watching, so we're gonna tell you what we're watching, whether you like it or not.
yeah, it's not like shows that have come and gone. Like if it was, I would easily have a bunch of
All right.
TV land shows up here.
And hey Colin, hey Ed, and hello to Marania and Jim Sorensen. Thanks
What's
for
up,
joining us
guys?
tonight. And then Zach, who's also in the chat as well.
I
All
didn't want to
right.
interrupt you.
So you don't ever interrupt the host. That's bad. I'll remove you just as fast as you appeared on the show. All right, so I'm gonna start off with my top 5 here. All right, so yes, we're gonna have something new and fancy tonight. Boom! Look at that. Look how fancy this is.
Look at that overlay. Oh
Yeah,
my
look at that.
goodness.
So this is out of the shows I'm watching. I've narrowed it down to 5 shows, and you may be wondering, what Halo? Why the hell is this on here? It's nothing like the game. For the little things that it does right, I do enjoy, and it's just cool seeing Master Chief. Just seeing him on not big screen, but seeing him on the TV. The armor looks kind of cool. So somebody pointed out to me, it's like, oh, but if you pause on this, you can see where the armor is starting to fall apart. And it's like, I'm thinking, dude, it's cosplay. It's gonna fall apart. It's not. No one has the actual metal they use in the game and stuff to make an actual armor. So most shows are like that. So that's why they usually keep them dark and in the rain, kind of like Godzilla was in the movie. The 2014, I think it was. So it's So, but apart from this, they introduced this last episode. I think there's like 5 episodes right now, 5 or 6. They introduced all the little guys. The guys are like, oh, it's a demon! Run! Get away!
Oh, the little grunts they introduced.
Yes,
That's awesome.
They had the grunts. They had the snipers with the needlers. A guy, it was kind of funny to seeing this stuff. It's and just there's a side story going on which I really don't care for. But I mean, it's TV. You got to have other characters. But seeing Cortana on the screen was kind of weird at first, and seeing the process how they actually cloned Halsey and then uploaded her brain into this AI program and just and then put the chip inside the back of Chief's head. That's how so basically she can control him. That's all I don't like about that. It was a little different. It's a little different because in the games, he just had a chip, or a drive he would put into the suit,
Right.
allowed her to basically interact. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about that. But yeah. So and it's a little different, but like I said, I love seeing we got to see the banshees, the ghosts, and all. People are wondering, what the hell are you talking about, banshees and ghosts? If you've never played the game, a banshee is basically like a flying ship that they Covenant use.
But do they have the warthogs?
Yes, the warthogs with
Okay.
with the 50 cals on them back.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. So and then they do have the energy swords as well. The giant sniper rifles that the Spartans use, all that stuff. It's cool.
Right on.
So that's my number 5. I will move right on to yours.
All right. So my number 5, I'm bringing something a little different to the top 5. I got a good chunk of anime. I don't watch a whole lot of modern television that we have over here in the West. I've over the years been slowly getting more and more involved into anime. So number 5 on my list, this is the new season of Rising of the Shield Hero, just started a few weeks ago. I'm watching all of these are dubbed, by the way. So if there's any anime fans that are watching, like, oh, some of these seasons have come and gone, that's the subtitle version. I don't watch the subtitle version because normally when I watch an anime, I'm working or I'm cooking dinner or doing chores, so I have to listen. But no, this is a really fun series. The main character, the Shield hero, Naofumi, gets pulled into a fantasy world with 3 other guys. And he's the shield hero who's kind of looked on it. He's the least of the 4. There's a sword and a bow and a spear hero. He's just a shield. He can't really attack anything. So he has to have a party, mostly warrior women that are around him, attacking for him. And you can see some of them right there on the picture. Really fun show. The first season was fantastic. This second one, it's starting out a little bit slow. I think it's 3 or 4 episodes in. It's a little slow. It is kind of fun though. The main antagonist is a giant tortoise. It's like it sounds funny, but it's actually really kind of cool. It's like watching one of the old Godzilla movies where it's like the old Godzilla suit just like slowly moves across the land. It's kind of like that with the tortoise.
And I guarantee if you just give him a giant pizza, he'll settle down.
No. I see what you did there. No, but this is, like I said, it's really, really fun. I enjoyed it. I got into watching it because a bunch of the SJW anime crowd really hated it because there's a girl in the first season that falsely accuses the guy of a whole bunch of crimes.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people got really ticked off at that. So that's how I got into watching. I was like, oh, let me see what this is about. And then I got hooked.
That's how I got into Halo. People are saying, oh, this show sucks. I'm like, and I'm a person, when it comes to TVs or movies, I don't follow the crowd. I go and watch stuff for myself.
Exactly. Watch and watch what's entertaining to you. And
yeah,
like I said, this one, I mean, it's number 5. I'm waiting for the second season to kick into gear, but the first season was really good. I'm going to stick it out with this and see if it improves. But yeah, been really, really good. They do, I think the subtitled episodes come out Tuesday, and I think the dubbed ones come out the following week. So
yeah, it's most anime, they have it like release the sub version and then you gotta wait a week.
Yeah, you usually have to wait a week. Yeah. But yeah, that's my number 5.
What's nice about anime, and especially these shows, and you're watching this on through Crunchyroll?
Yeah, most of these are through Crunchyroll, yeah.
Yeah. Funimation does all the dubbing stuff. It takes them a while, and they release it the sub version always ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then it's basically to give the original content people want to watch in sub, you can watch that. Obviously, we can wait for the dub version.
Yeah, right.
Because you have two separate audiences. I doubt you go watch it in dubbed and watch it subbed and watch it in dubbed.
There's one anime. It's actually on my list. There's one where I do that, where I actually am watching the subtitle version.
Yep.
I'll let you know when I get to it. But yeah, mostly, like I say, normally when I have anime on, I'm working in my office or I'm doing stuff around the house, so I can't stop what I'm doing to read every subtitle.
Ed Brewer, Rob's not here, so this is the Vankman show. If you don't like it, you can get out.
I mean, isn't Rob disappointed in you most of the time anyway?
Like I said, I don't go with the crowd opinion. All right, so we're gonna get on to my next show. That's my number 4, and this is Fear the Walking Dead, a show that started off really, really good for being a spinoff.
I haven't seen this show in so long.
3 seasons in, it was good, and then one of the main actors left the show. It took a dip. They brought in Morgan from The Walking Dead as to be the branch, and they brought Fear the Walking Dead, which is a prequel series, up to match the same timeline as the current show, The Walking Dead.
Didn't they add Dwight to the cast too?
Dwight also came later on. Came later with the cast. So he's been a good addition. And I love how they did his art because Dwight was never an evil person. He was just forced in situation through Negan. This is season 7. The show for me personally started dipping in season 5, and it started getting a little bit cringe. They had Max Headroom was one of the villains. I think it was in season 5. That's probably, and that's kind of what cringe. But I think his name is Matthew Skinner. Not sure what his name is in real life, but I've been enjoying this. This season really picked up. They took Strand, who was like a con man, kind of like him and Daniel were always fighting in the earlier seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Strand is now the villain in this season. Straight up at the end of the
Oh,
last season. In this season,
really?
he holds this tower after a nuclear fallout. So he has the only for miles. He's the only safe haven place, and everyone else.
I remember really liking Strand's character when I was
Well,
watching the show.
Strand has been doing Morgan's way, and now he's the point where I want to do my things my way. And Strand was kind of like that before, even when Kim Dickinson's character was on there. Is the mom, Alicia's mom. And
yeah, right.
Then apparently, because this is continuing up season 7. See, currently right now, they came back, so and they're in the second half of the season. And apparently, Kim Dickinson's character is supposed to be coming back.
I think I read that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I was like, how are they gonna bring it back? Because like last week I heard from her, this is one of my spoilers. So they haven't watched it, but she was killed off camera. That's all I say. Seemingly died, and there was never, and so everybody's moved on. So I'm curious, where is her character been all these seasons? This past 2 or 3 seasons, and how is she gonna come to play into this? Is she gonna be savior, or is she gonna be a villain? Because we don't know what kind of torment she's been. Especially if you live by yourself, you're away from your kids, and just she doesn't know. She doesn't even know that Nick's dead. One of the characters. So, I'm excited, and like I said, there's a new threat of the zombies. The fact that they're all radiated, you can't keep near them; those you get sick.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's the other thing too.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah. So they're all nasty and boils, and it was like, ugh. It's like the walkers have gotten better in this show.
That's good to know because when I was watching The Walking Dead, I kind of got bored with them after a while. It's like, okay, as long as you know what to do, you can steer clear of them or you could kill them. But radioactive ones, that actually sounds really cool.
And Colin has pointed out in the chat, they actually the show is actually falling behind the current show, so the timelines don't match up anymore.
Oh, okay.
So that's the only thing that's kind of sucks. And then except because right now Walking Dead's ending, Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not sure if this is their final season or they're going to do another season after this, but there's also supposed to be a spinoff of The Walking Dead.
Isn't there that one with like the kids, like the generation of like it takes place during the
Walking Dead World Beyond was separate from this.
Beyond,
but then it connected because that's where Rick is taken to with the CRM, Super Republic.
Yeah.
So Rick's still alive. We just didn't see him, but we know that there was these people are doing testing on A and B. So they kind of branched off from the Junkyard season with what's her name?
Jadis,
yes.
Yeah.
Because
she's weird.
Yes, and apparently she is CRM. She's worked with this other big giant military that was still trying to find a cure. So so hopefully we get some more movies like that. What's going on with it? Because I want more Rick. Andrew Lincoln's great as Rick. It just sucks he can't yell Coral anymore because they killed Coral. Yes.
Rip.
I know. All right, so let's go into your next one.
Yeah, sure. So number 4 for me, I actually just caught the first episode of this yesterday. I think this is airing on Toonami. So if you have Cartoon Network, the dubbed versions of this are starting up. This is Lupon the Third. This is the 6th series that he's had. I think it started, the original version started late last year. It's one of the oldest running animes. I'm not sure where it started. I think like maybe in the 70s. They've had 6 different series, a whole bunch of movies. This is the 6th one, just started, like I said. And caught the first episode yesterday. And kind of intrigued. It didn't really have a whole lot to do with what I guess the overarching story of the season is going to be. But it follows Lupon the Third, who is the grandson of Arsene Lupon, the famous gentleman thief. So this is his grandson. He's got his crew. He's got his gunman / right-hand man, Jigen. He's got Fujiko Mine, who is like the femme fatale slash backstabbing slash sometimes romantic interest. And then he's got his swordsman companion, whose name I am blanking on terribly, but he has a sword that can cut through any object. Goemon, that's his name, Goemon. He's like a samurai with a sword that can cut through anything. And they're all pursued by this Interpol detective, Inspector Zenigata, who could be Inspector Gadget if he wasn't so grouchy. He's literally like a fumbling, bumbling, never quite manages to catch them police inspector. And over the past series, they've gone all over the world. They go to Italy, they go to France. So this one, it looks like they're going to be centered in London or in England, because the overall story of this season or this series is going to be him going up against Sherlock Holmes. So that right there has got my attention. I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan. But yeah, like I said, the first episode just saw it, and it seems the theme of the show may also be, how they're adjusting to do crime in this modern world. Like I said, when the show first started, like the 70s or 80s, it's very easy to do this kind of crime show where it's like human security guards and, everyone just has regular guns. Nowadays, they go up against drones. There's computer security. None of them are really tech savvy. Like I said, there's a gunman, a samurai, and that's about it. They don't have any computer experts on their team. So
I never really watched this show before. I just remember when I see the anime, the style is, I was like, man, everyone is anorexic.
Yeah, the animation style is especially the older series. It is kind of dated. As you get like to the more modern series, like there's series 4 and series 5. It gets better. The animation gets a lot better. They actually just did a movie not too long ago, a computer animated movie that was really, really great. I think the animation probably rivals Pixar. It was really fantastic. I don't think it's on any of the main. You might be able to find it on Amazon Prime. I know it's not on Netflix. But yeah, really, really fun cast of characters. Like I said, they do these globe-trotting heists and adventures. A lot of fun to watch. There's a lot of humor they put in there. So yeah, just a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to this next series.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. And where is it? Where is it streaming?
I'm watching it on. This is not on Crunchyroll. I know it's on Toonami on Cartoon Network. There is another streaming site that I visit to watch anime. If I can't find it on Crunchyroll, I use this other site called Geno Anime, Geno Anime, and they have a bunch of series and movies and things up there to stream. So,
and also for those who are wondering, Halo, the 2 previous shows, Halo is on Paramount streaming, and then Fear the Walking Dead is at AMC. You can watch it through R.D.V, cable, or you can also watch it a week ahead, usually with AMC Plus.
I need to get Paramount back. I had a free trial for like a few weeks, and then I never renewed it.
The only show that's on there is Halo. I mean, as far as that, I was like, there's really nothing on there I want to watch. I mean, like, I was going to watch South Park. That's what it is.
Get Paramount Plus. Get Paramount Plus.
Yeah, get the Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. My number 3 is The Rookie.
Good show.
It is a fun show. They're currently on their 4th season. Nathan Fillion playing a guy who's supposed to be in his late 40s. I know, right? He's in his late 50s, actually, mid to late 50s. The whole cast is great on this. He's pretty much the only known, I guess, the big star. Where the captain on here was in the phone booth with Colin Farrell. He was
really? Gray?
Sergeant
really?
Gray.
Oh, okay.
Captain Gray, whatever, Sergeant Gray. He was basically working alongside Forrest Whitaker as one of the cops. That was when Whitaker was talking to Colin Farrell in the phone booth. So remember that 2004 movie, which I think we just covered last week, I believe.
It wasn't too long ago.
It wasn't too long. We covered it here on the show. And like I said, as soon as we're covering that movie, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I know that actor!" So there's 2 known actors I know on this.
There's 3. There's a 3rd actor, the lawyer.
The
Iceman from the X-Men movies.
Is it? Because I know his brother was also was on Smallville. He played Jimmy.
Yeah, his brother was Jimmy, but I think this is the guy that played Iceman.
Yeah,
he looks a little bit older.
And it's funny, like, I never knew they were twins. I thought it was the same actor. I was like, wow, this guy is really around, just doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, this show is, I guess you can say, because on ABC it gets worse. Sometimes it gets a little political. Overall, though, the humor and just Nathan Fillion's character, when he first starts off, you see how he learns more stuff and how he deals with his life. Jenna, what's her name? Jenna Lupon is on here playing his love interest. She's a
the firefighter, yeah, the one who does. I actually like the other girl more, the nurse who was from Heroes, Allie Larder.
Well, that's right. Yes, I
kind of liked her a little bit more. This new girlfriend does everything. There's nothing this girlfriend cannot do.
She does painting. She does rock climbing. She does all this stuff.
She's Army Reserve. She's a firefighter. She's
you got to realize, hey, you're in Los Angeles. Everyone does a lot of things. They're all celebrities over there, aren't they?
Yeah, but
overachievers.
You haven't got to the reality show episode yet. There's a really
I'm getting there. But
there's a really funny joke in that episode. I think you'll enjoy.
The Rookie, for those who remember, was actually a show originally on ABC back in the 70s. I think it went for like one season.
Mm-hmm.
So they relaunched it with Nathan Fillion, wow. Like I said, the effort and the charisma this guy puts into the show, the character, the writing on this. It's, yes, if you're a cop, probably you probably point out, it's like, yeah, what they're doing here is wrong and stuff. And actually, like I said, it's entertaining. I didn't care for Castle, but this actually is a really good show. It's why the longest show I've ever watched at ABC that I actually enjoyed, other than the Dean Cain Superman.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I actually, this is one that was on both of our lists, and because I enjoy watching it. It's not one specific type of show. Like, it's not a mystery show. It's not a forensic show. It's not a comedy. It takes aspects of all of that and rolls it all into one show. And yeah, like you said, it is ABC. It does get a little bit political at times. They have a whole little, I think it's like 3 or 4 episodes of last season where like they do this whole, the whole Black Lives Matter or racism.
And even
that wasn't terrible. It wasn't heavy-handed. It was coming at it from the point of view of a black police officer. Both point of views. Yeah, you had both points of view. Yeah, exactly. And even actually this last episode that I just saw, which I think you might be a little behind me.
I'm still behind.
This last episode I just saw, I had to give them credit because it did seem like they approached both sides of a particular argument.
So he's no longer a rookie anymore.
Yeah, he's actually not a rookie, so they should probably change the name.
Yeah,
First-year officer or something.
There's new rookies, though.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
It really is great. It started as a Nathan Fillion show, but then it slowly became more of an ensemble cast show because everybody's
he's still the main star, but there's other stars out there are the other people in the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strong supporting cast. They actually fleshed them out, so they're not just like, oh, we love you, Nathan. What can we do for you?
Yeah,
they actually give them personalities.
They do really good with the background cast. Yeah, you actually do. Yeah, like you said, they get fleshed out. They're not just like paper cutouts of characters. Yeah.
And like I said, it's not like you're not getting a preachy show where like we're all about diversity, blah blah blah. No, they're actually like deals with stuff like with the lawyer, having to save his wife, so he has to make a deal with a known criminal, and he loses his license.
That was a good story. I like that one.
I said yeah.
Oh, there's another actor. Brandon Routh was last season.
Oh, yes. Brandon Routh was. Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
He was actually, and he was a pretty bad dude, too. I was like, you were Superman. Now you're a bad guy.
Brandon Routh, the guy who played Superman. He also played Ray Palmer on the CW show Arrow and Legends Tomorrow.
Yeah.
He came on playing, he was training one of the cops, and he was a racist. Holy crap, he was just a typical racist, and he tried to get away with it and everything like that. It's just like, it was like insane seeing his character was, hi, I'm a nice guy, to like, oh my gosh, he's like, this is like, what the, he's the far, and it just shows that this guy has range for acting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my pick for my third pick.
Right on.
Let's go on to your third pick.
All right, my third pick. This is another one we're both watching, and you'll actually probably catch us doing a review of it over on the Geeky Puppet Show tomorrow
Yep.
night. Moon Knight on Disney Plus. This is probably one of my top 3 favorite MCU shows right now. I can't figure that out on the fly, but it has been really good. It's got some parts of it that I don't care for, but a lot of it has been really good. I was thinking about it earlier today.
Yeah.
You know, if you took this is probably the closest that the MCU will get to doing an Indiana Jones movie or a Mummy movie. So it starts out, you know, when the show starts out, there's Stephen Grant, who's this kind of nerdy, you know, museum worker who has
Works in the gift shop.
sleepwalking. Yeah, he
Yeah.
works at a gift shop. He sleepwalks. Really awkward guy. And over the course of the show, we find out, well, when he's sleepwalking, he has an alternate personality, Mark Spector, who's a mercenary, who is the chosen avatar of the Egyptian god Khonshu. Mark Spector is easily the more likable of the two. Stephen Grant, I just kind of want to punch in the face almost every time he's on screen. He serves a purpose. He's the big Egyptology nerd. So when they do get to Egypt and they're reading hieroglyphics, he's useful. But other than that, Mark Spector he's my favorite of the
And
two.
you know, they could have just did different. They could have not had that personality, and they could have relied on the actual the girl.
They could have. They
to
could have, yeah.
do all the nerdy stuff, and him just be the goon with the gun, the meathead.
Yeah, they could have, but and they did change things up. So Stephen Grant, the museum worker, if you read the comic books, Stephen Grant is not a museum worker. He is a millionaire playboy, very Bruce Wayne-esque. They changed it up for the show. It does kind of work. I understand the reasoning. I don't like it, but I do understand it. Lots of the action scenes are really fun and really enjoyable. The god Khonshu is actually, I mean, downright almost terrifying at first. The first time I saw it, I was like, wow, this is really far out there for a Marvel property.
Well, he looks like the plague doctor. That's why.
Yeah. And but yeah,
I just want to point out though. I mean, when the first episode came out, I was upset because they're going. I knew they were going to multi-personality disorder, but the Stephen Grant personality, he is a wimp. He's your classic beta male.
Yeah, he's
the way they write him.
Yeah.
And the reason I was upset because I like the original Doug Mensch run where he doesn't have multiple personality disorder. What it is, he has three identities that he uses for tactical advantages. Moon Knight is his vigilante, Batman. Stephen Grant is his Bruce Wayne. That's how he is his fake persona, the billionaire he created, using stolen like mafia money. The fund is basically his crime fighting career. Then James Lockley was the taxi driver. He used that to drive around, pick up people, and get information. So kind of like, you know, it's basically like, you know, yeah, like I said, that was his detective side. And so Jeff Lemire decided to, like, you know what, I'm just gonna blur them all together. It's 3 different personalities. I was just like, what? So so that was my big problem with this show, was because, like, oh, they're going from that, and now they're gonna have Steven and Mark fight over the body, and it's just like, and the point where it's just like the bad guy is just gonna get away with doing everything because you guys are just stupid. And like, I hate that kind of writing, you know, where the bad guys get away because 2 heroes can't get over themselves. They're both
now bouncing off that, one of the high points of this show that I like, Ethan Hawke, is probably the best villain in any of the MCU shows, except for, you know, the 5 minutes Kingpin was in Hawkeye. Ethan Hawke, he is a very charismatic villain, menacing, but at the same time, you know, he almost makes some good points. He's just, every time he comes on the screen,
prophet guy.
He's very good at the false prophet.
He's good at smooth talking the gods.
He's really good. I enjoy every time he's on the screen. You know, things I'm not crazy about. The one thing besides Stephen Grant, the whole Stephen persona, the only other thing that kind of pulls me out of the show is the costume. It looks great. The design is great. I love the way it looks like a mummy. But just it's overly CGI. It's overly CGI generated. Which I understand how they make him transform and put on the suit. I get that, but it feels like they could have done it a lot more practically when he's not, doing anything supernatural-y, But it
Yeah,
reminds me of the Green Lantern costume from the Ryan Reynolds movies, just like
and that's
it's
another.
a CGI
That
suit.
was another thing I
Yeah,
pointed out too with this show. I was like, why is
yeah,
this? No, I liked it before when he just put on a regular costume like Batman, would just slide over his
right.
shirt and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Because even like Batman, he has the crescent darts, which basically are in his chest, like you see in the Batman movie it's out right now. He
hmm
pulls the battering out. Well, this guy does the same thing. That's why he's holding those crescent rings, we call them the blades. They
boomerangs.
come out of his chest plate. Yes. Which we learn in West Coast Avenger is the reason that he has them because of Hawkeye.
Ah, okay.
Hawkeye taught to the ancient Egyptians how to create these boomerangs, and yes, that's why. I was like, and I found that I was like, hey, it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, it is still a really fun show. I am enjoying the plot. Like I said, it's got some great action scenes. The last episode actually took a twist. It's not that was more of a mind bending type of episode. With his different, he's in his mind, I guess, his two different personalities are confronting each other, and they can actually see each other. But yeah, I'm interested, especially with that last scene. I'm interested how the season will wrap up. But yeah, like I said, one of the better Disney Plus MCU shows.
Alrighty. You're not convinced by us? Well, I can't convince you. All I can tell is that this is what we're watching.
Yeah. Oh yeah, listen, I full disclosure, I love the Fast and Furious movies. I'm probably not the best person to talk to if you want actual taste. But yeah, I'm entertained.
On that note, I did like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. Most people are gonna hate me for that.
Oh God, I didn't even know that. Why am I here with you? Oh my gosh, I don't even.
All right, so going on to my number 2 show that I've been watching. And this is Superman and Lois. This is the show that I went into watching when it came on premiere. I was like, great, CW, Tyler Hoechlin, and the girl from Grimm. And it's like, oh, look, they created another kid who has nothing to do with the comic book origins at all. And I was like, then I started watching. I was like, is this CW? Am I watching a different channel? The writing is like nothing I've seen before on CW, other than maybe Smallville for a while. And then the early seasons of what's it called Arrow. Wow, it's like Greg Berlanti has no say in this at all because Superman is being super. Lois at first was kind of a nag at first, but then she started to like mature on the show. I think the writing just got improved even more. You got the two boys. One of them has powers, one of them the other doesn't, which kind of irritates me right now because I want Jonathan to have powers because he's actually from the comics. But and in this show, what's really cool about this, and I've said this before, Clark is his true identity. Superman is just a face he puts on for the public.
Nice.
Because his home are the boys. They're his family. And that's all he cares about. He doesn't care about being Superman. Superman is just something that he needs to do, but the family comes first. As cool as to remind him, we are your family. And his mom is long since passed away, and so is his dad, but they're living on his mom's house on the farm, Smallville. So he still fights villains through Superman, and he's even gone to Metropolis, fought against a couple villains, fought against Intergang. And like I said, it's just the writing on this is just like, it's great. I never would have thought I'd say like, oh my gosh, I love a CW show. This is great because CW normally is like what people talk about Batwoman. Mm-hmm. That's literally what CW has become. Another show on here that's not on my list was Kung Fu, and even though it's being a reboot of the original, and it's gone away, it's gone more supernatural than versus being about a guy wandering and helping out people where he can. The show has actually been well written too as well. So I gotta say, I gotta applaud the CW because they actually hired other writers than the ones that were running the other shows. But like I said, this is the show. Check it out. They're only on the second season right now. The first season is out for the watch on the CW Seed, I think, or CW app.
CW Seed, yeah.
Same with this too. We can watch it for free on there as well.
Yeah.
Where you can watch it for free on TV as well too.
Yeah, no, I did enjoy the first season. I haven't started the second one yet. The
Wow.
first season did have some parts that I did really, really like.
The only thing missing is Crypto, and I hope we get him soon.
Crypto would be fun. Well, Crypto, and I also want villains that aren't just evil Kryptonians too. That would also be good.
I'm not even saying praise for the CW. I'm saying praise for writing, good writing. Because
Yeah, right.
any of the shows on CW, like Supergirl, could have been saved by better writing.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
CW had this agenda, and it's showing by all the other shows that they don't do so well, and that's why they're up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, this show sticks around after the CW has been sold, whoever buys it, and I hope the rating stays the same because. Wow, this show is night and day when it comes to, especially when you had the Flash would be on before this, and then you watch that, and then you watch it's like holy crap, or Supergirl. Actually, when this last year for the first season of this, Supergirl was ending, and we watched Supergirl, and then we watched this, me and Pixel, and you could just see the difference. It was just like I said, it was like night and day. Holy crap! You went from like the most depressing show, the most cringeworthy, to like. You just push that crap aside and it's like, holy crap, this is all I want. It's weird. No, but anyway, I hope you guys check out or actually willing to check out some of the shows we're talking about if you haven't watched them. Give them a gander. It may not be for you, but I'm a superhero person, so I mean, I love watching superhero shows. I mean, I like a few anime, but I think you'll like my number one, Ed. If not, I'll be shocked. But let's go to your number two, though.
Yeah, my number two. We're gonna go back to Japan for my number two. Like I said, I just don't watch a lot of modern current shows. I will be watching Stargirl when season 3 comes out for sure. But yeah, this is Demon Slayer. This is the second season of Demon Slayer, also called the Entertainment District arc. And yeah, I think I'm almost finished with the season. Actually, I think there's one more episode to go. So yeah, this is taking place in Japan right as technology is kind of making its way into the culture. So they started to get trains and telegraph wires and stuff, but there's still citizens that cling to the old ways, quote unquote. All the characters use samurai swords, and there are demons that are in this world that feed on humans. And so there's a group of people called the Demon Slayer Corps, and the main hero here is a boy. His whole family was wiped out by a demon. He has one sister that survived, but she was turned into a demon. So now he's got to keep her from eating other people. While also going out and killing any remaining demons that are out there. It's got a fun, an eclectic cast of characters, beautifully animated. Absolutely some of the best animation I think you'll find in any anime these days. And this whole story arc that's been going on right now, he and some of his companions have been following this older warrior to what is essentially a red light district of a town in Japan to fight one of these top ranking demons, and just had this amazing in episode 10. It was an amazing fight sequence they had, probably one of the best fight scenes I've seen animated in any show. Just really flashy, lots of just beautiful detail. As far as story goes, it's not the most in-depth story. It's kind of shallow, I guess, in some ways as far as story goes. It's like, okay, well, this boy wants to avenge his family, become a great fighter. Some of the characters, they're starting to flesh them out more, but they're kind of taking their time. It's like a slow burn with character development. It's definitely more heavy on the action. But yeah, if you're watching this one, actually, what was it? They had a movie that was between the first and second season. And the movie was, the show is so well loved. The movie became like the highest selling anime movie. I think it beat Spirited Away, which was the previous top seller.
I mean,
yeah.
I love anime. I mean, a lot of these are made for all ages, or some are made for just like cartoons. Some are made for younger kids. Some are made for adults.
Yeah, I don't know if I recommend this one for all ages.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a lot of gore in this. There's a lot of limbs that get sliced off.
Goblin Slayer was the same thing.
Goblin Slayer, well, yeah, Goblin Slayer was a little bit heavier because there was gore,
Yes.
but there was also like
Yeah, adult.
other stuff.
Yes.
This one just is mainly gore, but if you're okay with that, lots of, like I said, sword fights, strange powers. I mean, Japan, they know how to do superpowers. They're so varied and
Well,
diverse over
they're
there. It's really
more, I
fun.
guess, I'd say they're more imaginative when it comes
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
fantasy
that's it.
stuff. Same with
Definitely more
Korea,
imaginative.
Japan, China,
Hmm.
all that stuff. I mean, China's a little more limited what they can put in their stuff,
Yeah.
as their country government. But Japan definitely, and Korea, South Korea are always putting this high fantasy stuff. Whether it's feudal Japan to modern. You have supernatural, just like dragons and all stuff. It's just fantasy stuff. So if you like fantasy, check on anime.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is a great way. Like you were saying, if you like fantasy, it takes place in Japan, but it definitely has a really heavy fantasy vibe to it that I really like.
And this is over on Crunchyroll.
This is on Crunchyroll, yes.
Is it also on Adult Swim on Saturday nights?
I would be surprised if it's not.
Yeah.
It's a really, really popular anime right now. I'd be
And how much
shocked
does it
if
cost for Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll, I think my subscription, I think it's like $7 or $8 a month.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
Not very expensive.
So
no.
if you like anime and instead of you want to drop Netflix, for the 200,000 people that drop Netflix, you can get Crunchyroll now if you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the sense about a lot of these shows. There are multiple streaming platforms, so it's like the point where it's like, I'm not going to ship out $100 just to pay for different channels and just maybe watch one or two shows.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's not like
a lot of these I will wait until they hit DVD, then I'll watch them.
Yeah, well, it's not like The Office where it can only be on one streaming service. Yeah, a lot of these animes you can find across 2 or 3 different streaming services. So yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna do a little countdown of my before we read my number 1. So my number 5 was Halo series, which is over on Paramount. My number 4 was Fear the Walking Dead, which is over on AMC, available through Spectrum or what's it called, DirecTV. Then my number 3 was The Rookie, which is on ABC. You can also watch the show. New episodes also air about a week, I think, after or a couple days after over on Hulu.
I think it's the next day.
Or maybe the next day. Yeah,
it's the next day. Yeah.
Then my number 2 was Superman and Lois, which is on the CWs on Tuesday nights. It's also available on the CW app. It's free to watch, plus older episodes too. It's also the first season, also on DVDs as well. My number 1 show I've been watching, I've been really enjoying the most. Better Call Saul.
Nice.
It's on this final season. I will not give you spoilers because the fact that I know Zach just caught up.
I literally just started watching yesterday. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes into season 1. So, so yeah, I'm behind on the times. But I mean, Saul was my favorite character of Breaking Bad. So I'm happy. I've been hearing great things about this show. Some people have told me it's even better than Breaking Bad itself.
I'm one of those people. I'll tell you. There's a lot of stuff I love about Breaking Bad, but there's a lot of dull, boring episodes in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So as you found out, as you watch through it, they're like,
yeah. Definitely. So far, I can definitely say, the 4 episodes I've seen, I have not been bored in 1 episode yet. So,
like I said, this is a continuation from Breaking Bad. His character, they start off in the earlier seasons where they show him the black and white stuff. That's current, where he's got a new identity and everything. And then they show, and everything color was the beginning of his tale. How he started out as Jimmy McGillis, the lawyer, or mail clerk before he was trying to become a lawyer, trying to pass the bar test. But his brother looked down on him. His brother didn't like him. He's never liked him. And you learn more about that as you go out throughout the series, why his brother didn't like him, things that he may have done in the past. But then you also learn that his brother's just a dick, just like Skylar.
We don't talk about Skylar anymore. I don't have to watch Breaking Bad. I don't want to talk about Skylar anymore.
But what's great about this, you're also getting the backstories of characters that were on Breaking Bad, not just Saul. You're also getting Mike. You're also getting Nacho Vargas. Gus. Is it here too?
Tuco.
Yep. The Chicken Man. Gus.
Gus the Chicken Man. Yeah.
I mean, everyone is in here, isn't this? Hector Salamanca we always wonder, Breaking Bad, how did he get in that chair with the bell just ringing? Yes or no? Ding ding. We're
Ed
two yes.
Ed Brewer asked a question here. How many seasons are there? Is this a sixth season or seventh?
This is the 6th and final season.
Sixth season. Okay, wow. So
Yeah.
it went a season longer than Breaking Bad. Okay.
Breaking Bad was actually split up. It was actually 5 seasons, I heard.
It was 5 seasons, yeah.
And they broke it up into like 2 seasons. So
Okay.
it technically came as 6, even though.
Gotcha.
But don't quote me on that, but that's what I heard.
Okay.
I watched it on Netflix after it was done. Like about a year after it done, my friend's like, oh, you're watching now? He's like, I remember that. It's like, he's like, holy crap, you watched the whole freaking series within like a year. I was like, yeah. He's like, you suck. I had to wait like every Sunday just for it to come out. I was like, oh.
Yeah. I had friends like that too. Like
Yeah.
they would be waiting for it, and then when I started watching, they're like, "Man, I remember having to wait for years for certain payoff and things like that."
So definitely, if you're all caught up in this show and you realize it just this new season, the final season, just premiered last Monday. Well, yeah, last week, but they dropped 2 episodes out, and now the 3rd episode just came out this past yesterday. And I gotta say, it's getting better and better. I'm loving everything, and just seeing older characters come back, and just the way I just love the way the director, I think it's Vince something.
Vince, Vince something, Vince Gilligan.
Vince Gilligan, yeah.
That's
The way the opening credits, the opening introduction of the show when it airs, this show is like, they focus on something, and then you see the title come. It just kills me every time, because I'm like, how is this guy gonna top the last one? And then he just keeps creating new different intros. Every episode has a different kind of intro before they drop.
I've noticed. Oh yeah, okay. So I noticed that. Okay, yeah. That is really.
Like I said, in Breaking Bad, you see like, oh, what's this? What's this pool thing? And then you find out later in the seasons, oh my gosh, that was all connected. He was giving you a teaser of what's the events are going to come.
Yeah.
I mean, and he does that with Better Call Saul as well. And like I said, it's just fun. Plus the new cast members on here too as well. Yeah, if you haven't checked out this show and you've watched Breaking Bad, watch it. If you haven't watched Breaking Bad, do watch Breaking Bad, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to confuse you if you start watching this before you watch Breaking Bad. That being said, that's my number 1 pick. I hope you guys are enjoying your stuff. We'll get on to yours. Do you remember what order yours is in?
Yeah, I remember the order. So yeah, counting down, my number 5 show was Rising of the Shield Hero, season 2, which you can catch on Crunchyroll. I think the new episodes of that come out every Tuesday, so there should be a new episode up today, actually. Moving on to that, number 4 was Lupon the Third, series 6, which I know you can find on Toonami. Also, you can find it on other streaming sites that Jack Sparrow might frequent. Number 3 was Moon Knight, which new episodes go on Disney Plus every Wednesday. Number 2 was Demon Slayer, season 2, the Entertainment District arc, which is wrapping up on Crunchyroll. And then my number 1 show that I am enjoying right now, which you can also find on Crunchyroll, is Spy Family.
That's right, kids. He doesn't watch live TV. He just watches anime.
That's look, there's better stories. They get better stories than a lot of live action
TV.
TV.
Tell by his avatar.
But no, this anime, this is the first series, or the first season. It's a relatively new manga, I think. But yeah, it just started. I think the 3rd episode came out this past Saturday. Really, really fun. This is very different than most of the anime and manga that I normally watch or read. Like you could tell, most of the stuff I watch is very action-packed, maybe very fantasy-driven. This is a little bit more realistic. This takes place, there's 2 fictional countries side by side with each other. They're kind of in a Cold War type state. And so there's this spy, codenamed Twilight, and his assignment is to get next to this government official who is suspected of treason, basically. And this official doesn't really go anywhere. Nobody ever sees him except for when he attends his son's school functions. So the spy's assignment is he has to get a wife and a daughter, or a daughter that attends this highly prestigious school so that he can, get closer to his target. So unbeknownst to him, though, the daughter that he adopts is a telepath. She's kind of got like an 11 from Stranger Things situation where she was a test subject and now she can read minds. So she knows that her dad is a spy, even though he says he's a psychiatrist, which she doesn't mind. She loves spies. She's obsessed with spies. So she gets a kick out of the whole thing. And then the woman that he asked to be his wife, her day job is that she's a city worker. She works at City Hall, but by night she's actually this really deadly assassin.
Yeah, you can see on the bottom there.
Yeah, you can see on the bottom the reflections of them. So so the husband is a spy, the wife is an assassin, and the daughter is a telepath, and none of them are aware that of anybody else's secrets, except for the daughter. The daughter actually is drawn to the mom, because there's the episode where he's trying to find a mom because the school likes it better if the kid has two parents instead of just one. So the little girl's reading this woman's mind and she finds out she's an assassin, and she's so entertained by the fact that she's an assassin and her new adopted dad is a spy that she kind of parent traps them together almost. It's a really fun anime. There are some action scenes in it that are really cool, but I mean, really, it's just a fun anime. There's a lot of humor. There's a lot of heart to it too. There's actually some like really touching, family moments in there. It's just really, just really good stuff to watch. It kind of gives me like Incredibles vibes in a way. But yeah, it's a really good time. You should definitely check this one out. If you're into anime, if you like, sitcoms or comedy, I think this one is right up the alley. It's definitely got more comedy than drama or action. Definitely worth it though. My number one show that I'm into right now.
All right, so that is our top 10 right here. So hopefully, guys, maybe we'll take some of our recommendations, or maybe you have your own. For those who are watching, be sure to basically leave your own top 10 or your top 5, whatever you want to do, 5 or 10. Just tell us what you're watching down in the comments below after the stream ends. For those who are watching afterwards, do the same thing. All right. And yes, our shows, top 10 shows, are much better than Watch Mojo. Why would you watch that garbage?
Absolutely, yeah.
Computer generated.
Who watches that stuff?
No. Don't want to ever watch that stuff. Watch this.
Absolutely, yeah. This has been fun. Oh, did Reacher? I heard about Reacher. No, I haven't watched it yet.
Reacher was greenlit for a second season.
Okay. Tell you now, there's a show on Amazon, and if it had a third season out, it would have made my list. Jack Ryan, which I really love the first 2 seasons of. I don't know if it's getting a third season or not, but I did really enjoy the first 2 seasons. I hope it gets a season 3.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what it can. I think it got set back because of the fact that the COVID and all that stuff came out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But Reacher, reason wasn't on my list because, well, it's been out for a while. These are shows I'm currently watching right now.
Yeah, there's shows that I'm currently watching, like, surprise, another anime that I'm watching, One Piece. It's ongoing. It's on like its 1,000th,
which does have a pirate in it, so Rager might like it.
Yeah, it's up to the 1,000+ episodes, but I'm so far behind.
Are those legacy numbers?
No. It's one continuous series. One of the longest running anime, probably the longest running one. But I'm only in the 700s.
I never watched the first 2 Orville seasons. I don't know if the third one's coming out. I imagine it will soon. I mean, I'd be shocked if they canceled it because I heard a lot of people liked it.
No, I think they are they might have started filming it recently. Yeah. I might have heard. But Orville was actually really good. I'm not a Star Trek fan by any means. I watched the J.J. Abrams.
It's a McFarlane show more than a Star Trek.
It is, but it leans heavily into that Star Trek.
So it doesn't feel like Family Guy?
No, not at all. It's actually
last I heard, Rob Lowe was on it. That was
I don't remember Rob Lowe being.
He was the alien.
Oh, that's right. Norm Macdonald was on there too as an alien, actually.
Oh, was he? Oh,
yeah, he was like this slime alien. It was actually really funny.
Oh, maybe I'll have to watch it then.
No, yeah, you should definitely give it a try. I really liked it. I thought it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm
But
looking forward to season 3.
that's our top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Maybe we'll do this again sometime when Rob is not feeling well. And I swear I did not do anything to Rob.
Sure, he didn't.
I did not. No. Tee. No.
No,
All
this was
right.
a lot of fun though. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Definitely want to have you back on here. If you guys love this format, please leave a comment down below which you prefer. Because I know normally we don't do top 10s. We used to do it a couple years back with Ingleton and Rob and I. We've kind of strayed away from that. We've done more reviewing just some movies and TV shows. So if you're looking for more of this kind of content, please leave a like, leave a comment so we know. Because it's hard to gauge the audience if we don't really know what's going. Because we do get views, but certain things are kind of like, I mean, our views skew the same no matter if it's a TV show or movie. So we're not really sure where the audience is. But as far as for the rest of the tonight's, go stop over in the next 15 minutes. We'll be going over on live on the Geeky Puppet Show, calm down our own top 5. Zach and I again of comic books this time instead of movies and TV shows.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We do our Tuesday top 5 or
All
top
right.
10 preview stream, so it'll be a lot of fun.
This is Dr. V signing off.
Bye guys.